Hello, I'm Alan Keays, and I'm joined today by Tom Haley, and we're here to provide you a look at some of the stories we're working on here at the Herald. Brent Curtis is on the road today, actually. He was down in Chester earlier, where the legislative committee is studying child protective services here in Vermont in light of the Desiree Sheldon death in Pulteney. Brent is covering a hearing at 6 o'clock that's happening. The committee is going from Chester to Manchester, and they'll be at Rutland High School at 6 o'clock tonight. And we'll also have a story tonight on the budget in Fairhaven. They're voting on their town budget that was voted down on town meeting day. They're taking another shot at approving a budget, and we'll get the results up on our website shortly after the polls close at 7. And if Tom's joining me, that means we must be talking sports.
We must be, and Brent Curtis is not the only one on the road today. Half of the sports teams, high school spring sports teams in Vermont, are on the road someplace. This is the biggest day of the year, of the season. It's the first round of the playoffs, and everybody is someplace. The Rutland baseball team is actually home. They don't have to travel. They're hosting Middlebury. The Rutland softball team is down in Bennington playing Mount Anthony. One team doesn't have to travel far as Proctor. They just make the jaunt over to West Rutland. But biggest day of the year in spring sports. I think we have about 60-plus games going on, if the weather holds. Keeping one eye on that. And also down the street, you see the Crowley Road Race banner. That's coming up on Sunday. So we'll be working on a preview for that. This is the 48th year. And what I understand, a little inside here, nobody knows this, for the 50th in 2 years, they're talking about adding a marathon.
Wow. And that would be for the 50th anniversary here in Rutland Marathon.
That's correct.
All right.
That's correct. They already have a half marathon. That's been in place for a couple of years. Yep.
Interesting. And also in tomorrow's paper, we'll have a story about a poll that the Castleton Survey Center did on Bernie Sanders, gauging his support in Vermont for a presidential bid. And according to the poll, and I'm going to read this to make sure I got it right, the poll found that 53% of Vermonters would support him running, and 30% believe he has a shot at winning the presidency.
Well, remember, harken back just for a local tie, when Mark Camden was running against him for Congress. And one last thing, if we're not out of time, Alan, some Castleton football fans might be interested to know that I tracked down last year's coach, Mark Klatt. He is the defensive coordinator at Wade Hampton High School in Greenville, South Carolina.
Wow. And you know that what Red Sox shortstop was just in Greenville, playing for the Greenville Drive.
Who was that, Scott Drew?
Yeah, Steven Drew.
The Greenville Drive. Klatt's already been to a game between the Greenville Drive and the Augusta Green Jackets.
Wow. Lucky man. Well, that's a look at some of the stories we're working on for tomorrow's paper. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.